Can you hear me, T? Huh? All right. Good evening to those of you that's coming in on social media. We'll be starting the show. Um, hell, hell, I am starting the show right now. All right, getting ready to go. Let me take my cap off. I look better with my cap off. They can't see my pretty brown eyes when did you give her the lower thirds? All right. All righty. And just when you thought it was absolutely positively so, it ain't. It don't even think it. Good evening to you. I am the one and only. I'm Thaddeus Matthews, and welcome again to still the most controversial television talk show anywhere in the country, the Thaddeus Matthews Show, where nothing is never politically correct. I don't even try. I don't make the attempt to make whatever I have to say sound good. I just tell it to you just the way it is. Glad to have you here, hoping that your day today has been simply marvelous. It's been a beautiful day. I've gotten one or two things done on today, and I hope that you get everything done that you wanted to get done. You like my hoodie, the Cussing Pastor hoodie. And this work is done by D2G Screenshots. He's a black guy by the name of John Odom, who has a business at 3189 North Watkins. He can take care of you. He can put your logos and stuff on anything that you want. Hey, in fact, if you want one of these Cussing Pastor hoodies, they ain't but $45. So just hit us up and let us know. All right, tonight, I want to take on a very controversial subject. Well, all my subjects basically are controversial, but we've been talking about our youth all week long. We've had a lot of conversation last night about the 12-year-old who was caught carjacking or attempting to carjack a car on last night. Young man that could have very easily lost his life. In fact, while he was in the car, one of the witnesses pulled the gun on him, made him elevate his hands, and then another one of the witnesses grabbed him and put him to the ground. Very easily could have lost his life. I stated last night, and I still say, that a weapon in the hands of a 12-year-old is just as dangerous as in the hands of a 62-year-old man. The bullet inside that weapon does not know the age of the individual holding that gun. All of our lives are important to us. And you should take every precaution to save that life. But when we look at this 12-year-old, what caused him to commit this crime? Was it something that was going on in his life? Was it something that he wanted? What was he going to do with the car once he got the person out of the car? Last night, or really early this morning, I got on my messenger in Facebook, I started receiving a message from a Mrs. Scallions who wanted to know, is this Thaddeus Matthews? And in my church messenger, there's an automatic statement that comes back, thank you for da 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 da. She did not have my personal. So Miss Scallions, rather, it's about 1 o'clock this morning. I'm just laying up in the bed, couldn't sleep. Knowing I had to be up at 5:30, couldn't sleep. Laying looking at my new favorite TV show, Chicago PD. And I said, who is this? And she stated to me, I'm the mother of the 12-year-old. So I kind of became alert and text her back, what is it that you want? I want to send you an email. I said, okay. Send me an email. And she did. She did, in fact, send me the email. I have been trying, she sent me her phone number. And I have been trying to reach her several times today and could not get her. Her name is Emmy Jane Scallions. And I tried to reach her, and for some reason I have not been able to. And apparently she was watching my show on last night. When I read her email, some things instantaneously hit me as to why this child may or may not have committed this crime. I'm going to read, it was lengthy, a rather lengthy email. She took her time. She stated her feelings concerning this incident. One of the things that I did notice in her email to me was that she didn't blame anybody other than herself for the mishap of her son. After reading that, and then getting another email from a gentleman by the name of Tony, while I was on the air doing the blues this morning, he gave me a show title because, and see if you can contact him, Dale, see if he'll talk to me on air. He has a 14-year-old son that's been arrested for carjacking. He says, I've kicked his ass every day. But no matter how hard I kick his ass, he won't listen to me. He listens to the streets. And he gave me a subject tag. He said, man, you ought to talk about this. And then when I thought about the 12-year-old, then I thought about his son. And then when I think about countless other parents who have attempted to do all you can do, but your child, you got the number? He said he will talk? Okay. You can do all that you can do, and you still can't do enough. Your child still goes astray. So the subject tonight, the title of tonight's show is When the Streets Can Talk to Your Child Better Than You. Yeah. When the streets can talk to your child better than you. The email from the mother of the 12-year-old, and Ms. Scallions, if you are watching, I'm going to try to reach you again in just a moment on that 247 number that you left with me. This is the reply that the mother gave to me in her email on early this morning. She says, hey Thaddeus, I am the mother you have been seeking of the 12-year-old boy, and I hear you wanted to speak to me. I will talk to you, but first I want to explain to you my side. I feel that I blame myself. No one but myself. While I never encourage this sort of behavior, but I do see ways I could have done more to prevent it. I hate myself right now. I love my kids more than life, and after seeing that I almost lost my son in a way that the person taking his life would have been 100% justified, it is an eye-opener. I understand where you come from when saying some parents have no right to be a parent. In some ways, I agree with you. I don't think I'm worthy of having the beautiful kids I do have, but they are here. So what am I supposed to do? I grew up in a home full of addiction, abuse, no food, and even slept on porches at times. I left school at 14 because I didn't want to be forced to go back home to the monsters that I had to share a residence with. My mother married two men after my father. One molested my sister and I, and the other beat my mother every single day until my anxiety was at a high. B, I never knew if that would be the last time I seen my mama alive. After my mom's husband molested us, my father began to drink. And although I know my father loved us, it was more than he could deal with, and he drank himself to death. My mother was addicted to everything, and you know what comes with that life. All I ever wanted was for my boys to never have to worry about the things I had to worry about. I did not have a parental role model to look up to, and unfortunately, I am learning how to be a parent through trial and error. I have failed my son. I would take his place in a second. Maybe I don't deserve to have kids. At this point, I can't say that you're wrong. I've been racking my brain with questions of who, why, how, and where. I don't understand why he felt the need to do that. My heart is broken. Yes, my living situation is not ideal, but he's never been hungry, cold, or abused. I blame myself 100%. I've been going over different ways to deal with rules or enforcing them, rather. I know that it won't fix the current situation at hand. And I am so thankful to my God that he spared not only the life of my son, but that my son did not hurt anyone as well. I hate that he is being painted to be some 12-year-old assassin, but I understand the public's perception as well. Be they are only familiar with the kid they were exposed to on the news. A 12-year-old who carries a gun or carjacks an innocent woman, I can't say I wouldn't think the same. I know people are going to say hateful things about me and my son. I am mad, but either before or after you say those things, do me one favor. Pray for us too. My son has a good heart, but has done some horrendous things, and I wouldn't try to excuse them. But before he is persecuted, trying to understand that despite how big he may be or evil he may appear to y'all, he is my 12-year-old son who helps me with his baby brothers, protects his other brothers, loves basketball, football, and music. The same kid that on his own called a family friend to see if he could work for him during the summer, only to try to give me his first paycheck. I don't care where he went left, but I will be getting him help he needs when he is ever able to come home to me. Once again, I apologize to the victims and want to say thank you to the Samaritan who decided to spare the life of my son when he had every right not to. I see this as God's way of shaking me and then allowing me to see my mistakes and how hopefully showing me the path I need to take in order to right my wrongs. This comes from the mother of that 12-year-old. I'm going, there's some things I want to say, but Let me see if I can get her on the phone. Let's go here.
Please leave your message for 9012.
I'm not able to get her on the phone. But I read that letter several times. And I think I received this letter about 1 o'clock this morning. And I don't normally look at my stuff that early, but it kept pinging. And in reading her letter, my heart cried out for her. She didn't blame it on anybody else but herself. She understood that there were issues with her son. Somebody said she was on the news at 5. Okay. And I didn't see the news at 5, so I don't know exactly what it is that she said, but I'm looking for something else that she sent me. Thank you. I know she lives in a motel. That she sent me earlier also. Where is it? Or did she? I asked her in the correspondence. I replied back to the email, would you like to be a guest on the show? She replied back to me, I don't think I can take being a guest on your show. Thank you for the invite. I have been a wreck since this happened, thinking of ways this could have been prevented or ways it could have been worse. I can't sleep. I promise he was not raised this way, but it seems as though I've lost the battle I've been fighting with the influences that have had a hold of my son for a minute. Now, I still know I can't give up on him though. I know he can be brought back. I have to save him. God allowed him to live for a reason. He is destined for great things, I do believe. Like I asked in the last email, please pray for us, but especially my son, please. And again, I read this, and the journalistic part, the TV talk show person, had to step aside. And the pastor part of me came forth in this conversation, and I think I text her back, and I'm trying to find it. I text her back. Yeah, I did. Here it is. As I look at this 12-year-old, there has been some elements missing in his life. So I offered this mother, I said, look, your son is worth saving. This could have went down totally different. Here he was inside of the car struggling with a woman over her car. There were two witnesses, two men that got involved. One pulls a gun on him and forces him out of the car. Had every legal right to shoot him. Had every legal right to take his life. And here I am at 1 o'clock in the morning, sitting up now trying to think about this. God does not spare your life by accident. Neither is the sparing of your life a coincidence. That God has a plan and a purpose for every life. Yes, he committed a crime. Yes, he should be punished for that crime. So I offered that mother, I said, look, let me mentor your son. Let me maybe place some type of influence or focus in your life. He got to pay for what he did because he was wrong. I asked his mother, I told her I would like to offer myself as a mentor to your son. She replies to me, oh my God, I would love that. My father passed away and his dad will not do right. I told him I can't teach a boy to be a man. I don't ask him for money, even though I could desperately use it. I just want him to spend time with him. He says he will, but something always seems to come up. He has a big heart, and I'm so confused as to why he did this. It makes no sense. He can't even drive. I haven't gotten to talk to him except Tuesday night, in which all I could do was hug his neck and tell him I loved him before they made me leave. If you're willing, that would be so good for him. He's not an easy one to get to open up. But once he does, you will really enjoy him. He has a great personality. He just seeks attention and approval from the wrong people. I wish he could see that he has real leader qualities and that he's selling himself short by letting some of his so-called friends in some ways kind of send him out. If you are serious, please do. But all I ask is that if it is us just gonna be for now kind of thing, be it current news, and I rather not, because he's had a couple people come into his life, sell him a lot of dreams, only to leave before they can even break in good. If you're for real, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and let me know what needs to be done to get that in motion. As I shared with you, Miss Scallions, this is what I do. I get mad and don't want to do it most times, but this is what I do. There is hope for your son. In fact, Miss Scallions, this morning, I made a call to an attorney friend of mine because your son is not going to need a public defender. And I know that if you're already scrambling for money, then finding a good lawyer is not going to be easy to pay for. So I made a call to a prominent black attorney who's also my attorney. And I asked him, I said, man, how much is it gonna cost? Family ain't got no money. It's on me. Let me know what it's gonna cost. And I know you gotta negotiate it, because he did it. He did attempt the carjack. I'll stand with this mother. I'll stand in the presence of the judge. And I'll support her. I'll support her and I'll support him, because this is a life that is worth saving. I believe. I just don't see, I don't believe in coincidence, and I just don't, God doesn't deal in coincidence and accidents. I just don't believe that. So, Ms. Scallion, you have my number. It's hot in here tonight, Joanne. You have my number. And if you want my mentoring, if you want me to make sure he has a good attorney, an attorney that I would trust in a criminal manner, then you've got my number. You've got my personal number. All you got to do is make contact, and we'll put all of this into motion. I think that one of the things that has to happen in the black community especially is that even when biological fathers don't step up, there's got to be men in our community ain't interested in the mama, ain't interested in nothing else but saving that boy. God saved his life for a purpose. He could have been dead. He could have been real dead. Our boys mentoring program, and I had a bunch of men, about 6, 7 of them, come around and talk about they wanted to get involved. but I can't find none of them. I heard from one of them this morning that wants to tell me I can be an influence because I rap. I ain't looking for no rappers. I'm looking for men that's going to take time. So, you know, and I've had to come to understand that there's so much in this thing that we call ministry that because of who I am, I guess, I have to do myself. But I can assure you, Miss Scallions, I've got the means, I've got the influence, the knowledge, the roughness of the streets too, to be able to do something with this boy. You know, like I said, God spared 12. Why he can't drive? What? So after he get the keys, what are he gonna do? Was it a cry out for attention? Put your letter, Mrs. Scallions. You did not blame the fault on anybody but yourself. Nobody but yourself. So I'll start all over with another group of men. Because see, I don't trust brothers that start with me and walk off. We had a group of 12 boys that were showing up every other Saturday. And see, and what I tell those men, you didn't desert me. You deserted them. And that's okay. Because of me, Brother Hunter, who I can always depend on, if I got to do it by myself, then we'll do it. We'll do it. You know, I'm beyond begging anybody to do anything. And I'm damn sure beyond begging men to do what is right for our community. I ain't gonna beg you. All you brothers, I ain't got nothing against you. But spare me with what you want to do, because you had the opportunity to help boys. And with all I got to do, with as busy as my schedule is, this is important to me. And the Scallions, just check my history of service in this community. They talk about me like a dog in this community. And I don't give a shit. I mean, damn. I don't. I don't even give a shit. I don't. I give zero else. Because one of the reasons that God just keeps on blessing me, and I don't even know where these blessings be coming from, and he keeps on preparing a table for me in the very presence of my enemies, is because of what I do in the service that I do. And God knows my heart. I don't give a damn what folks think. But I want to help save your son if you want me to. I can't do no more than you want me to do. But I've got a lawyer that's ready, capable to do what's needed. And I'll take care of the lawyer. That comes from me. All right. I've got another brother that I'm going to talk to who's also tried, you got his number. I'm going to take a commercial break first. Who's also tried to save his son. Brother Tony, I'm not going to call his last name, has a 14-year-old son. He said, I've been kicking his ass every day, and it ain't helped. His son went and carjacked someone. And he texted me early this morning while I was on the air. He said, man, this is what I'm going through. Your show last night spoke to me. He said, speak on this subject here. when the streets can talk to your child better than you. And that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. Let me say this and I'm going to commercial break. My blues show is Friday after next in the gymnasium of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. So what I want to do tomorrow and Saturday only, tomorrow and Saturday only, I'm doing a ticket discount starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow until about 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then on Saturday from 10 to about 3 o'clock. The general admission tickets, the regular price is $35. Those tickets will be $25. The VIP tickets, which sets you at a table, gets you a setup, are $60 per person. Those tickets will be $50 starting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at the church only. The other locations will not be able to give you this discount. Yeah, you're going to drive to the church and get the discount, or in the morning. You got it up there, T? Or in the morning, early in the morning, you have it ready early in the morning, Dale?
Yes.
When I'm going there?
Yeah.
You can purchase your tickets online by going to the church website, www.nakedtruthlem.com. Write it down, and you can order your tickets online. All you have to do is go where it says go to buy tickets now. It's going to be it's on the main page. Buy tickets now. If you go now, you're going to pay the regular cost. Okay? But if you in the morning by 6, will it be ready when I go in there at 6?
Yes.
When I go in the air at 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll be able to order your tickets online. All you have to do is put your name in there. When you put your name in there, we'll have your name. Your tickets will either be at the door, or if you want to come by and get your tickets at the church, you'll be able to do that. They will be, the VIPs will be will be 50 in the morning, and the general admissions will be 25 in the morning, okay? In the morning, and this will last all day tomorrow. Come get your tickets on tomorrow. Again, I'm coming off there. In fact, I ain't gonna do my blues show and my draws in the morning. I'm gonna get up about 30 minutes early, throw some water in 1 or 2 places, and go and do the show with my clothes on. I normally do it naked, but I'm gonna go in there with my clothes on, play the blues, and be ready to leave at 9 o'clock. Normally I lay back down, and that laying back down has been hurting me, cause I have to try to catch up with my day, and my day already gone. But get your tickets. I want you to come and enjoy this concert. This concert is to benefit, support, pay some bills at Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. I ain't got but a few folk, and they ain't paying no money. I pay 99% of all the bills at the church. I spend about $9,000, almost made me choke up, a month on ministry out of my pocket. But God has spoken to me, and there are days I want to give up. There are days that I want to stop. There have been days that I want to give that church up and go on and go back to making my money. But I have a firm belief, and I believe this deep into the marrow of my bones, that if I walk away from what God has chosen me to do, that God's going to walk away from me. And I couldn't stand the walkout that God is going to do. Did not tell me that what I called you to do was going to be easy. I've got your name all over the world now, and I've got your name all over the world for a reason. Not traditionalism, not religion, not denominationalism, so that you're able to reach those who are unreachable by the traditional preacher and the traditional church. So I've been saying, I walk in that great big building, and I said, God, I don't want to do this no more. I said, God, look at all this money I've spent in the last 3 years doing this. He said, but I bless you to have it. And I said, yeah, you did that. But I'm tired. I'm tired of having to face and deal with some of the things that many of you never hear me even talk about. I'm tired of having to deal with these bills and all of this. And I downsized my house. I moved out of my 3,000 square foot house. I love my house. To a house with about 1,800 square feet for a year. Because I ain't got enough closet space. I did that for ministry. And I said, God, I gave up my house. Oh, I got some more houses. I got some houses 4,000 and 5,000 square feet. Ain't nobody in that house but you. I said, no, but I like my space. And God has already told me that he's going to increase my territory. Not just in ministry, but even with this media and this broadcasting things. God has some great things in store. So those of you that support me and you enjoy the blues, come on and get your tickets tomorrow from 10 until 5, and then Saturday from 10 until 3. We're going to take a commercial break, and then when we come back, I'm going to make a call to this father and talk about his particular issue as we talk about when the streets can talk to your child better than you. Stay tuned. Marcus, I don't know what that is that you put on my page. Delete it or I'm going to delete you. I don't like folk putting stuff on the page that I don't know what it is. Okay?
I think this one my favorite. I think this one my favorite.
I don't know.
You like the other one because it was sweet.
He waiting for me to call him?
Mm-hmm.
More than 990,000 Tennessee residents help their parents, spouses, or loved ones live independently at home. Now,
message for.
Yeah, Tony, this Thaddeus.
How you doing there?
Yeah, hold on, just a minute, I'm in a commercial break.
Okay.
Miss Scallions texted me and told me she heading home, put her phone on the charger, it's on 2%.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, I'm in commercial break, and as soon as we come out of commercial break, I'm not gonna give your last name.
Okay, Dennis.
Okay. Cleveland, Southern Pittsburgh, that ain't what I'm talking about on my page, so you off my page, brother. If I want to know the sports score, I know how to get it. And then you anti the Steelers, you know you had to go off my page. You still boycotting what, Irish? How many more commercials? Okay. Why are you boycotting the NFL? B.J. Jackson said he received his cornbread shipment today. Bethel. Do you think, Irish, they care about your little boycott? And what you're boycotting for? I'm tired. So... All right, we're in the last commercial, Tony. I'm gonna need you to talk up loud, though, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Iris, you know it's about time for you to come to church again. Your 3 months almost
She
over.
missed second Sunday.
Huh?
She missed second.
You missed communion. We had a lot of wine left over. My hand cramping. That old age.
Mine was cramping, so that's not it. 10 seconds.
Hell, your ass getting old too, shit.
And 5,
Damn near
4,
50.
3, 2.
And don't forget now, you can come to the church tomorrow. The discount is only at the church, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. Don't forget the church number is area code 91435-6161. The VIP tickets that are $60 will be $50 all day tomorrow from 10 until 5 and from 10 until 3 on Saturday. And the general admission tickets, which are $35, you can get them for $25 only at the church. Save yourself $10. If you got a woman, you can save yourself $20. If you got your one woman on one side of the building and another woman on the other side of the building, and you got to rotate between both women, you save yourself some money. You can buy some popcorn and we're gonna have some turkey legs and things of that nature. Yeah, and I've seen that happen. Now, in the blues circuit, I've seen that happen. You got a woman over here, you got a woman over there, and you got a woman backstage. I've all seen that. And you got to cater to all three of the women in the same building. If you buy one turkey leg here, you got to buy a turkey leg over there, then the other one gonna want 2 hot dogs. So we're gonna have food and everything. You're able to bring your libations in. That's a fancy word for your alcohol. Y'all gonna have alcohol in the gymnasium? Yes. But we're gonna have your little setup. You don't bring no juices. We're gonna have your juices and your Coca-Colas. Okay? So y'all come on and be with us. Come on see me tomorrow at the church for these tickets. All right? On the phone is a young man by the name of Tony. We're not going to use his last name, who gave me the idea this morning for this particular subject: when the streets can talk to your child better than you. A lot of parents don't have the best relationships with their children. You can try to talk till you're blue in the damn face, but unless your conversation reaches your child's heart and mind, you just blowing hot air. No matter what you say, no matter what you try, sometimes your child doesn't hear you or doesn't want to hear you. He or she may be because they're upset with you, or it's because the influence of their peers, the gangs, and what other people in the streets are doing. Maybe that becomes more of a issue with them, or become more important with them than you are. Okay, and what you are saying to them. So Tony has an issue. Tony, go ahead. You got a 14-year-old son.
Yes, sir. I got a 14-year-old son. We went to court today for his carjacking charge.
Now, let's break it down. And are you on a speakerphone or one of them Bluetooth things?
I'm on a headset.
All right. Can you talk to me directly in the phone?
Okay, let me try that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Your son is 14 years old.
14 years old.
When did this carjacking take place?
It's approximately about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And what happened in the carjacking?
He approached the lady young guy. They approached the lady who was sitting on the passenger side of the car. It was her car, but she was sitting on the passenger side. The boyfriend was driving. He got out of the car to go up to allegedly marijuana house to buy some marijuana while she sat in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And they were sitting back watching what was going on in the apartments. So they got out and decided that they wanted her car. And the young man, my son said that the young man approached her with the gun, and he was just on the passenger side, assisted her out the car.
So, did your son have a weapon as well?
According to the police affidavit, the lady identified my son as the person who had the gun.
Who had the gun?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, you know, you got everybody's side, then you got the truth. I'm not one of those parents that uphold their child wrong. If the child wrong, he wrong. And I asked my child, you know, over and over and over and over, you know, did he do it? He was like, I was with the guy, and you know, I just didn't want to tell him. And I was like, and that you not telling on them, you risking your entire child. Because you 14 years old, and they trying to place you in a facility until you're 19 years old.
Okay.
So these guys that you loyal to, or you think that's your friend, you know, they still out with their life doing whatever they want to do, and you giving up your childhood. I said, you will never again be 14 years old.
So, does your son live in the house with you, Tony?
Yes, he was living in the house with me.
Okay. Is this a two-parent home?
No, it's just me, and it was me and my fiance. She's her and my father normally watches him while I go to work.
Okay.
But on the day that he did this incident, he is a habitual runaway. He's fascinated with the gang life and the gang activities and hanging around, you know, bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how we punish him, no matter how we take things away from him, no matter how we knock him upside his head, you know, he's just fascinated with the gang. Wherever he goes, he seems to find the bad people. You can put him in a spot full of all good people, he gonna find the bad crowd. It's just what he's attracted to.
So, what has the discipline been like, Tony?
I did everything possible. He's got things taken away from him. He's got whippings. He's got beatings. He's got, you name it. We went WWE up in here one time.
Okay. And none of this has helped your son at all?
Not at all. To the point that the last thing that I was seeking, you know, before this happened was to get him mentally evaluated, which the people at Camelot was doing that. They was Camelot Services was working with him,
Mm-hmm.
and we had him a date set to get him psychological evaluated. And we had just learned the previous week that he said he was hearing voices, and he was like, you know, I know right from wrong, but he was like, the wrong voice overrides the right voice, and I wind up listening to the wrong voice.
So he said to you that he's hearing voices.
Yeah, he told the counselor. He didn't say it to me. He opened up to the counselor.
Okay, he told the counselor.
The counselor that he heard voices. He heard the right thing to do, and when he's giving instructions, he heard people tell him the right thing to do. He knows that's the right thing to do, but he has this voice that tells him to do the wrong thing. And that voice has more control over him than the voice that's telling him to do the right thing.
So, as a father who, have you had your son all of his life?
I had him since he was about 7 years old.
Okay.
But now, he wasn't always this type of kid. He started out straight A student, principal-less, and his mother was, you know, pretty much in and out of his life more out than in.
Mm-hmm.
And I allowed him to stay a summer there. He went there for the summer being a straight A student, you know, not getting into any trouble, not doing anything, but come to find out, one of his siblings was into gang activity, and they was expressing to him how much of a square he was, and how much of a lame he was, and how soft he was. And, you know, I guess that just devastated his spirit to where he felt like
So is the mother and the other siblings here locally?
Yes, the mother is here locally, siblings are here locally.
So your son was straight A student, everything was okay until you allowed him to,
I allowed him to stay a summer with his mom.
okay,
And he told me he was introduced to marijuana. He was introduced to the gang life.
okay.
You know, I mean, this young man got the mind of like a 28-year-old. He is very manipulative. He can talk his way out of anything.
Okay, okay. So you think that the influence of what was happening at his mother's house is what caused the change in him?
Exactly. And his young age being not able to decipher between the correct decisions to make, you know, like what's cool or what's going to affect me in the long run.
So, did you speak to the mother about this?
Oh yeah, 1,000 times.
And what was her response?
She listened, but no action really was taken. I mean, she pretty much blamed everybody in the world, but you know what the actual situation was. You know? And another part of his reason was he was, you know, crying out when he opened up to the counselors. He would let them know that my mother's not in my life. She promised me this, she promised me that, but she never come through. And I'm always at my dad's house. So it wasn't necessarily that I was doing him wrong or treating him wrong or anything of that nature, but it's only so much that one parent can do. Some children, you know, if they're with their mother, they require the father. You got some children, if they're with their father, they require the mother. There's always going to be that need for that absent parent. And his thing was, I guess, you know, the acting out of attention seeking he was doing was that motherly love that he necessarily was getting. There was women in his life giving him motherly love, but I guess to him it was nothing compared to the mother that he knew he had and didn't want to spend time with.
So as a father, Tony, and your son is he still incarcerated?
Yeah, they sent him off today to CDS custody. Said he possibly would be there till he's 19, or you know, depending on how quickly he adapts to the programs they have him set up for, he maybe can come home in about 2 years.
So CVS is where?
Children protectors, like child protective service.
Okay, is that in Memphis or is that a state?
It's based out of Knoxville and Nashville.
Okay, so he's out of the Memphis area.
Yeah, they ship them once. See, what a lot of people don't understand in Memphis, Tennessee, the juvenile system is not like it was years ago, where they actually house the children. Right now, the juvenile system in Memphis, Tennessee is just a holding facility. As soon as those kids are prosecuted or convicted of whatever crime they do, they immediately ship them out within 24 hours to another facility, because there is no longer any funding from the state of Tennessee to house juveniles.
Okay. So when you,
That's why you're getting a lot of kids that have been in the system. They know the system. They know they just gonna get slapped on the wrist because they do a very, very serious crime. You know, you can steal cars all day long. You can sell dope all day long. If it's really not a gun involved or attempt to loss of life, the state of Tennessee not gonna act.
so
They're just gonna throw an ankle monitor on the child, send him back home to you.
okay. Yeah, they even charge you now for housing here in the juvenile court system.
Oh yeah, because there's no longer funding.
Right.
They have to be at least now, I think it's 16 years of age,
Mm-hmm.
and that way they can trial. They rush to trial the child as an adult to turn him over to an adult prison system. And as you know, and I know, that Memphis get paid for the
Sure.
prison institution that they have here.
Sure. So as you
It's a money racket.
of course it is, Tony. As you were sitting in court today, and you're looking at your son and knowing that you've done as a man, as a father, the best that you can, How did you feel hearing the judge send him off to a institution?
It devastated me. You know, it hurt. You know, the last time I went to court, I actually shed tears because it hurted me because I know I'm not a bad father. I'm one that instills church into my child. I'm one that instills morals into my child. I'm one that not only tells my child if he make a mistake, but what the consequences are. I give him life raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I let him know, you know, you can choose whatever you want to do, but you can't choose the consequences. And, you know, that's why I said the streets can reach your child more than you can because, you know, the streets paint a different picture for the child. We telling that child he has to work, he has to get an education, he has to get a job. The street telling him you ain't got to do none of that. You can get this money right now.
You know, I'm sure, Tony, I'm probably older than you. But we came up in a period. How old are you, Tony?
I'm 44.
Okay. Where the streets, you know, I was in the streets, I was around people, and I guess at my age, the gangs were not there like they are now.
Right.
And there was nothing that you could do. There was no peer pressure that could influence me where I'm going to jeopardize my freedom.
Right.
Okay? So, when we
When
look...
I grew up in South Memphis in the projects. I had to walk through 2 projects in order to go to school.
Okay.
And I knew of a lot of kids. I got a lot of classmates that are no longer here. I got a lot of classmates got life in prison, you know, for participating in gang activity and all. And I, you know, and I tell my son all these stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said, you know, they paint you the picture of what you can have and what you can get, but they don't show you the side of if you get caught, the side of if you get caught up, what's going to happen to you. I said, just like watching a movie strip. When a movie is given to you, they show you the best parts of that movie to make you want to go view that movie, but they don't show you the entire movie, but what you have to sit through before you get to those good talks. And we live in a time now when the children want right now. They're not necessarily hung up on the traditional ways that we was raised, that you got to work for what you want, that you got to have morals, you got to have values, you got to respect, you got to do this. They want what they want right now, and if it's that way that I got to get it, you know, I can get it. You know, why I gotta break and cut the yard for a pair of tennis when I can just go in the store and snatch a pair of tennis and run with it.
Mm-hmm. So, what would your son say to you, man, when you sit down and you give him the real story of the streets? What would he say to you?
Now, my son persona when he's at the house, he's 2 different people. The
Okay.
things that I had to come and grasp with myself, you know, because what I'm being told in the streets and what I'm being told at school is a totally different child. And, you know, he comes here, he does his chores, he does everything that he's supposed to do. But when he's no longer in my sight, it's like he's a different person.
Okay. So, and there was nothing that you could do about that, was it?
Nothing I could do about it. I mean, like I said, he's got whoopings, he's got punishments, he's got, you name it. I mean, I've done it. I think we talked once before. You had a similar show, and you was talking about whooping the kids, and I think I told you I kicked his ass to his nosebleed.
Okay. And that didn't help.
Yeah, he's got it. But, you know, like I said, once he's out of my sight, you know, it's all bets on. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it.
And don't care about the repercussions.
Don't care about the repercussions. I mean, like, even with the carjacking thing, you know, I was like, he done a lot of stuff, but this one here, no, he ain't done that. And then when he sat there and was talking to the detective and actually put himself on the scene, and I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So you was sitting in the car with some guys who you know rob and carjack and you notice what they doing, and you don't care about the repercussions. I mean,
and what was his response to that when you said that?
He just had a pitiful look on his face. Like, he just called me about right before your show came on the air. You know, he was like, "Dad, they gonna send me away this time." I said, yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a slap on the wrist this time. So,
But do you think, man, that this action of sending him away, do you think it's going to save his life, or do you think he's going to learn some new
I say
criminal
this,
skills?
I've set up many nights. Like I said, he had ran away a couple times, and I didn't know if I'm gonna get a knock at the door or a phone call saying, "Hey, can you come identify this child?" Okay, I got one even better than that. About a month ago, him and his friend saw a car running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in a parking lot. They decided to get into this car and take off with it. Okay, they wind up in Frazier in the car. They went over to a little girl house that he knew. And in the back seat of the car was a Louis Vuitton backpack. So they got the backpack, put it on, and they went to the little girl's house. They went to the store. Upon them walking to the store, a drug dealer pulled up on them. It was like, yeah, I found y'all. Y'all stole my car and stole my drugs. He held them at gunpoint until some more guys. These grown men now.
Okay.
He's 14. The little boy that's with him is 15.
Okay.
This drug dealer, who was about, they say he could have been about 20, 25 to 27 years old, was accompanied by a white female and 4 other guys. He held my son and the other little boy at gunpoint until these guys pulled up, and they beat him up and beat the other little boy up, then put him in the car and told him they was going to kill him. And they was like, the female was like telling them, yeah, they need to be taught a lesson. They need to pay for what they done. And the young lady called me on the phone who they went to see. I could hear all the commotion in the background, and I told her to get a guy the phone. And she gave the guy the phone who had the gun on him. And I said, hey, man, don't kill my son. I said, what did he do? What do he owe you? He said, well, man, I had an expensive watch in my backpack. I had some drugs in my backpack. I had some money in my backpack. And somebody stole my car and everything from in front of my mama's house. But come to find out, they didn't steal the car. They didn't steal the drugs. They didn't have $2 in their pocket. They just happened to see a car running and decided to go joyride. But we went through almost 45 hours of not knowing where he's at, not knowing who these guys was that got him and took him and another young man at gunpoint. And finally, he called me from my dad's house. He said, Dad, I'm at granddad's house, and I'm standing there. I'm still on the scene with the police, not knowing if he's still alive in the world or nothing. And the police, they said, well, where's your dad is? I'm like, my dad is like 3 blocks from where we at now.
Mm-hmm.
So they went over to my dad's house, and they got him and the little boy. But I sit down a long time and talk to him about that. I said, do you realize your life could have been lost for a decision that you made? Yes, sir. Everything was yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yet, a month later, the carjacking incident.
So, Tony, is the influence of the streets, the influence of
The influence
peers.
of the street nowadays on young black men is totally through the roof. I mean, our young men now is going to take more than prayer. It's going to, like what you're doing, a mentoring program,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take a mentoring program. It's going to take somebody who's been in the trenches, who knows what's going on, who can step in these children world and let them know this is not the way you want to go. This is not what you want to do. Because if you do this, this is where you're going to end up at. This is what's going to happen to you. The streets are showing these children everything the fast way.
Okay.
Everything against what they totally been taught. Everything against what they totally have known all their life to be right. The streets are telling them you ain't got to go to school. You ain't got to wait on no college. You ain't got to wait on no 12 years of school. We can get you rich right now. You just listen to what I tell you, and I'm going to have money in your pocket every day.
Tony, do you think, and I hear people talking about the rap music. Do you think that rap music and social media had...
Definitely.
So what role...
And I urge every parent to pay attention to what your child is listening to. They got video games now that show these
Okay.
San Andreas. But and these kids are living this game. They think if you die, you come back. If you shoot somebody, they come back. You get a whole nother life. You know, if you lose all the money, you regain it back. You know, it's like this game shows you actually walking down the street, knocking people out. You're walking down the street, carjacking people. You're walking down the street selling. I mean, you name it. Prostitution is on the game. Gang violence is on the game. It glorifies all this on the PS4 and the Xbox system. And it's a very popular game right now.
And there's
These kids are living it out. They got YouTube videos of these kids doing these things that they see on this game.
as a father who's going through this and been through this, what do you think the remedy is?
The remedy is staying on top of your child. I mean, not giving them room to breathe. I stayed on top of him so bad, the only place I would allow him to go is to the store. And
Okay.
he used that opportunity to do what he did. He went to the store and never came back. The store is literally 2 streets up
Fill up the
up
inbox.
road.
Man, you know, is there now a sigh of relief for you knowing where your son is?
Exactly. I hate my son is in the predicament he's in, but I thank God that he's still living, and I know I can see him, and I can see him breathing. So you know, I don't wish incarceration on him, but you know, and I told him today when I saw him, I was like, you probably at one of the best places, because it could have went a different way. Like I heard you reading earlier that the lady was thankful that the guys didn't take her son out. Because if you look at my son, who's 14 years old, that is, he's standing like 5'8". I mean, we're talking about 160 pounds. He looks like a grown man.
Okay.
Even the guys that jumped him and kidnapped him, when I talked to the guy on the phone, I said, you do know he's only 14. He said, hey man, don't hit that little guy no more, man. His dad on the phone. And he said this little nigga ain't number 14 years old.
Okay.
But they thought he was a grown man.
Did they
He
back?
doesn't look like a child at all.
Did they back up, man, because of you? Do you think that they did not kill?
I think the guy did, because I cried out to him as a father.
Okay.
He's having trouble with his son at the moment, you know. And I was like, he ain't even allowed on that side of town. Ain't supposed to be on that side of town. He's supposed to be at home with my dad, who was his babysitter. And my dad, last seen him, he was sitting on the porch, you know, listening to the radio, and disappeared.
Anything else you want to say, Tony, as we wind it up?
I like to say to the parents out there, pay attention to your child and pay attention to who your child is around. And, you know, invade their privacy. Check their Facebook, check their rooms. I mean, one time this boy had about 4 guns in my house I knew nothing about. He done cut a hole in a brand new mattress that I bought him and stuffed the guns down in the box room.
And you had no idea that the guns
I
were.
had no idea until my grandson. My grandson had told me, you know, but I knew I had a little pellet gun, and that was the gun that I found. So I took that away. I said, well, maybe he's talking about the fella. He said, no, granddad, he got a bunch of guns. That ain't it. Them ain't them guns. So about fast forward to about maybe a week later, he was walking with a family member, and some guys tried to jump him and the family member late at night, and he pulled up 2 guns.
2 guns.
He pulled up 2 guns to save him and the family member from being jumped over in Fraser by these people. So that's when I started searching his room, and I found the guns.
So where did he say the weapons came from?
He wouldn't tell me, but I got a pretty much idea. You know, like you run with these little gang members, like you said, they breaking cars. A lot of people are scared nowadays, so they ride with their weapon in cars. So these people got to go to work. You know, most places of business don't allow a weapon. You know, when they place a business,
Right.
their weapon is out there in the car. These young men are smart enough to know that their weapon is somewhere in their car. So they search these cars, they search the trunk, they search the glove of the Bible, they search under the seats, and they find weapons. Just about I say probably 7 out of 10 stolen cars. That young man is going. Even the detective told me 7 out of 10 cars that are stolen. The person who stole the car got a gun in it. They
Okay.
found the gun in it. I had a co-worker. Her son stole the car, and he wound up getting a gun charge, and he didn't even know it was 2 guns up under the seat of the car.
Mm.
He thought he was just stealing the car, but it was 2 guns up under the seat of the car.
Tony, I got to go, but look, I want you to call me at the church. You got my church number tomorrow.
I can get it.
Get it from Dale, of this number I called you on.
Yes, sir.
This is my personal number.
Yes, sir.
Call me tomorrow about 11, 12. I want to see if I can put a group of real men
I'm
together.
definitely interested in helping you with the matter. Like I told you when I sent you the message, I was with the Scat Cat movie. You know when Scat Cat was going apartment to apartment?
Yeah.
All the DJ equipment, all the audio equipment, all the barbecue grills, all the vehicle that sponsored all that belonged to me.
Okay. One of the things I'm going to do is I go to Privé a lot, and I'm going to leave a message with God's mother
Okay.
for him to contact me and see if we can put something together, man. We got to do something to save these boys, even
Yes,
from the
sir.
rappers
We
issue.
losing them fast.
You know, I see that Black, what's his name? Black Gangster, what's his name?
Black youngster.
Black Youngster. He calls himself preacher now. Well, I want to see what he really wants to do.
Right.
Is it a gimmick, or can we use the influence of these guys?
To reach them.
Yeah. Because see, man, as I travel across the country in the persona of the cussing pastor, what I found out, man, is that I'm able to address those that ain't gonna come to church, man.
Right.
They don't want to hear the bishop and the apostle. They don't want to hear that bullshit, that regular old church bullshit. They want somebody that's gonna be real with them and tell them, hey, man, forget about heaven, cause you're going through your hell right now, brother. And what you going to do to change the condition of your situation. But look, Tony, I gotta go. Give me a call tomorrow and let's talk about trying to set something up.
You got it, Pastor.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Man, I heard some things that God. I hear that the woman that was carjacked, Helen, is on which page is she on?
YouTube?
On YouTube. I'm going to commercial break. Helen called me at 901-231-9239. This is the woman that was carjacked by the young man, the 12-year-old. 901-231-9239.
Tony's son.
Oh, this is the woman that was carjacked by Tony's son. Okay, 901-231-9239. And let me say something. See, I'm serious about trying to save our young men. And to you brothers who stepped out there before and said, I was going to be a part and you're going to help me, I don't want your weak asses back. I'm just giving it to you straight. I don't want your weak ass, because it ain't about Thaddeus. I'm all right. It's about saving our young black men. And when you walked off from this program, or I got to be in there every time you do it, it ain't about me, brothers. It was about saving the 14-year-olds, the 12-year-olds. Hell, you got some 8, 9-year-olds in the streets who think they're real gangsters. We got to do, as black men, it becomes our responsibility all across this country to save our own. And I appreciate stepfathers. And I had to learn the real terminology of what a real definition of what a stepfather. He's one who steps up and replaces the biological father who won't do a damn thing. Our black community is dying because we as black men just don't give a damn. But, ma'am, if you'd like to call me, what's the name again?
Helen.
Helen, 901-231-9239. 901-231-9239. Call me while I'm in this commercial break, and we'll talk here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. What is Helen saying on the page?
She ain't saying nothing else.
What she said?
No, that's what she, asked for I gave her the number.
And
That
what,
was the
what
last-
she said?
That was it, she ain't said nothing.
What was she saying prior to that?
Oh, that was, she wasn't saying nothing negative, she was just saying that was me that it happened to. And maybe she just wanted to hear what he had to say.
All you got to do is PayPal it or Cash App it, TS97. I'm not doing any major donations tonight. People don't care. If you want to Cash App it, you can Cash App it at $ Naked Truth Ministries. This is the last one? Thank you. I got your 50. Thank you. Someone sent $50. Thank you so much, TS. Send it to you. Huh?
I said, okay.
Transfer it over.
She said she was trying to call, can't get through.
Ain't no, I can't figure out why. 901-231-9239, ma'am. Helen, if you're trying to reach me, 901-231-9239. 239.
10 seconds.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't forget to come to the church tomorrow and get your tickets on the discount. This is only going to be tomorrow and Saturday. There will not be any more discounts. At the 3 o'clock on Saturday, the tickets will be back to regular price. The VIP tickets, which are $60, will be $50 on tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. I will be at the church at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll be there all day. Maybe somebody bring me some chicken or something. But what? I mean, fried chicken, Kentucky fried chicken. Don't bring me no chicken from y'all house now. Praise Jesus. General admission, $35 tickets will be $25. You can only get the discounts at the church. So come on by the church on tomorrow and get your blessing. All right. All right. Helen, I asked, you said you couldn't get through. There's nothing wrong. 231-9239, 901-231-9239. Now, if you call from a block number, I don't ask block numbers. So someone did call from a block number. I do not answer block calls at all. 231-9239. Let me see if I can reach Miss Scallions. Again. The mother of the 12-year-old.
Hello.
Miss Scallions,
Yes, sir.
this is Thaddeus Matthews.
Yes, sir.
And I need you to speak up just a little bit for me.
Okay. Okay. Can
First-
you hear me better now?
I hear you better now. First of all, I read your email that you sent to me, and I've read it on the air.
Yes, sir.
You're 12. How many children do you have?
I have 5 total, and I also have my nephew, so it's 6 boys total.
And you all are living in a hotel.
As of right now, yes, sir.
Why are you having to live in a hotel?
Just, making ends meet. I wouldn't cut it, but I've got a little bit of money saved up. I was actually in the process of looking for a house. Also, I've, in my past had issues with the law. I've been clean for some years now, since April 2015.
Mm-hmm.
But because of my past decisions and the mistakes I've made, I have a record, and it's not easy to get people to rent to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of the problems I've been running into as far as trying to get another resident place to live.
Do you have a source of income?
Yes, sir.
What is your source of income, if you don't mind telling me?
I have a job.
Okay, you have a job, and they want, how much rent can you afford a month?
Right now I can afford between 7 to 8 comfortably. I could go up to 9, but 700 to 800 a month.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
What is your son's first name? Don't give me the last name. What is his first name?
Ambrose.
Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Ambrose get the gun from?
I've been asking, his brothers and cousins the same thing.
Mhm.
That's something that really bothers me because I know he's a boy, so of course he's fascinated with guns. You see, I grew up in the country. I've always been around them, but I'm not even allowed to have a gun. He didn't, I mean, I don't know really where he could have got it from. I mean, of course, there's always somewhere he could have got it, but that's what bothers me so much is that he shouldn't have access to any weapons. None of his friends should have access to weapons. But clearly that's not the case, and, you know, I see I wasn't paying enough attention like I probably should have been, because he did have access to a weapon, and he could have died himself or hurt someone else. He could have himself killed or possibly hurt someone else, and that is disturbing, and it's horrifying, it's scary.
So the motel that you all are living in, and I don't want you to give the name on air,
Yes, sir.
is it close to the Kroger's?
Yes, sir.
So, what time does he get home from school?
Well, the kids get home from school. Ambrose is not, he recently was, put out of school for fighting again. So, I was trying to find him a transitional school because it's just a lot for me to have to go. I don't have transportation. I have to Uber or Lyft.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot for me to have to get him back and forth to school. Even if he goes back to alternative school, he will have to, the first couple of weeks, I have to supply transportation. And it's usually somewhere away across town, which is, you know, it's a lot of money. And it's very hard to make sure he gets, you know, it's my responsibility to make sure he gets there and gets home. And that was just more than I can afford at the time. So possibly looking into either homeschooling or a transitional school, because I felt like he didn't deserve to go to school around other kids because he wasn't acting appropriately.
How long has he been out of school?
This time, not long, but I mean, it's,
Hold on. Dennis, quit calling me right now.
he gets put out. I mean, he gets into some fights at school. He's got a learning. I think he has a learning disability. You know, I've even had to take him to mental health to get. They said he was either ADHD or ADD. I'm not quite sure which one, but I think a lot of it. I more so think that he's not either one of those. I honestly feel like he's got a learning disability, and because of his problems keeping up with other kids, that he acts out in school to try to keep the, you know, the attention off of his, you know, bad grades, and more so to try to, you know, be a class clown.
Hold on, just stop just a minute. Dennis in Hot Springs, damn it, quit calling me. Don't you see I'm in an important conversation? And ain't nothing you got to say right now as important as this conversation. So stop calling me right now. Go ahead, ma'am.
But I think that has a lot to do with his behavior problems more so than anything. Is his, because my other boys, they catch on. They're really smart in school. They do good grades.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He's the only one of my children who does have a learning disability, and I think it embarrasses him that he doesn't. You know, so in order to keep the attention off of that, I think he acts out and, you know, tries to make class laugh or, you know, be a show out, which takes away from their education too, and it's not fair.
So when this happened at 4 o'clock the other day, he's been out of school. How long did you say he's been out of school?
About 45 minutes, an hour, but he wasn't in school that day.
Right. So he's been
But the other kids were out.
he's been
45
suspended.
minutes.
He's been suspended from school, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, expelled from the actual school, but he could have went to alternative school.
Okay. So he's been expelled from school. How long? How many weeks has he been out of school?
He was expelled for the rest of the year. He had
At
to
wait a minute.
alternative school.
Wait a minute. He's expelled for the rest of the year at 12 years old?
Sir?
Wait a minute. He's expelled out of school at 12 years old. What did he do?
He gets into fights. I mean, it's a lot of petty stuff, but it's a lot of the petty stuff back to back, you know, and they're just tired of it. And I mean, I'm tired of it. I was tired of it. I don't blame him. You know, he's taking away from other children's right to learn. So they were going to refer me to an alternative school.
But Emmett, to me, it does more damage to a child
Yes, sir.
if he's 12 years old and he's been expelled for the rest of the year. What you expect him to do? What does our system expect him to get into?
He can still go to a school. It's just an alternative school he has to go, and they're normally not close to the location that you live at. They're normally
These
across town.
other acts, did he have a weapon at the time?
Now what was that?
Did he have a weapon when he got expelled? These other incidents, did he have
Yes,
a
sir.
ma'am?
Yes, sir.
He didn't have a
Yes,
weapon.
sir. Not that, I mean, not during, they didn't report that. I mean, I'm sure that would be a big, something they talk about.
Do you-
It was just mainly fighting at school with other kids and
Do you have a
very
copy?
helpful teachers.
Do you have a copy of the paperwork that they gave you expelling him from school?
My sister has it right now, but yes, yes, sir. This past one, see, every time he get in trouble, you have to go to school and they do like these little hearings, and this isn't something that he's new to. He does he tries to impress other kids a lot, and in doing so, he harms himself, his right to an education, and I don't really know why he cares so much about what they think, because they don't too much, I don't feel like they care about him at all. And he doesn't see that, and it bothers me, because like I was telling him when he called me earlier, that none of these people that you're trying to impress are here for you right now. It's just me. And I'm going through a lot, and I have other children. They don't do things like this,
How old are
They
you?
don't act. I'm 35.
And you have how many children?
I have 5.
Where are the fathers of these children?
Well, Ambrose and his older brothers, I have the first 3 have the same father, and it's been the 2 youngest ones. Their father is very active in their lives. With Ambrose and his brothers, he's in and out, but I think he might have gotten woke up by this incident, because he's, trying to be more active now, thankfully. But I mean, like I told him, we both failed Ambrose. We both should have been better parents to him. There's a lot of times I would beg him to be a part of Ambrose's life, but I've told him I won't ask you for money. I just want you to spend time with your son, because I can't teach a boy how to be a man.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Emmett.
sir.
What is it that you're leaving out? What is it?
mean,
What is it
like I said,
that
I'm not being
no,
perfect.
hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. What is it in this scenario? Because see, to help you, I got to know the whole story, and
Yes, sir.
I need to know what is it that your son has done. What is causing this behavior? See, it's on the table now. He's incarcerated right now. Okay, give me the missing part of what you ain't told me.
I'm thinking that a lot of it, I mean, there's so many things I've been racking my brain with of what, it could be, now, there's been a time I was an addict, when I was younger. I'm making up for that. I'm not perfect. I know I messed up, but I've got 4 years sober under my belt.
Are you still in a program?
No, I'm not in a program, but I don't have I know, like, once I got clean, the reason I got clean was because of my kids. And when I did, I knew that that's not something I had to worry about, because I didn't want to become the person who, I just didn't want to become someone like my parents.
How long were you addicted?
Years, since I was young.
Okay.
A long time, but I mean, it was different things. But this time-
Emmy, can I tell you the truth?
Yes, sir.
You're still an addict.
No, I mean, I'm always an addict.
Okay,
I mean, I'll always
but
be
if-
one.
if
But
you-
I'm not on drugs.
But if you don't go to a program, if you don't get yourself in a program, you're 4 years clean, and I appreciate that. But you as well as your children need to be in the program. Look, because
I agree I need some counseling, if nothing else, because, and I said that when all this happened, I need to be more aware of my, mental health situation, because sometimes my stress can lead me to shut down at times when I should probably be more there for my kids. And I believe my stress of money, he felt it. I mean, he's, I hate that because wasn't my intention, but I mean, it would be kind of hard for him not to feel it,
well, here's what I'm offering you, and I've got to go because there's another program coming on behind me.
Yes, sir.
I'm offering you mentoringship to your 12-year-old.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
But you can't bullshit me.
I won't.
Okay? You can't bullshit a bullshitter. Okay? I'm from the
I'll take what
I'm from the
y'all
streets
have to
too.
say about me. I'm okay with
No,
that.
it ain't about you. I don't give a damn about your addiction. Okay? But your son is worth saving. But to save your son, you gotta be honest with me. You gotta be honest with people. And most of all, you gotta be honest with yourself.
You're right.
So, and I got to wind out. What did the system, have you talked with your son since you've been there?
One time he just talked me tonight.
And what is he saying?
He's not saying a lot. He just, told me he loved me, and I was asking him, was he okay? I asked him why he did it, and he said he didn't know. I told him, you didn't have to do that. That's not the way you're raised. And he just said, I know. And he just kind of said, he sounds really depressed. Because, I mean, I know he did a horrible thing, and I know why everyone could be, appalled by it. I understand that, because I would be too. But he's still only 12 years old. He doesn't think about his actions.
Well, but see,
future,
here's the thing, Emma. He's got to think about his actions because
I know, he does.
you could be planning a funeral now.
I know. I told him that, and that's terrifying,
Okay.
I love my kids. I'm so thankful that he wasn't hurt and he didn't hurt no one else. That's all I keep thinking about is
Have
I
you-
should be burying my son.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, sir.
When do you go back to court?
The 22nd.
All right. I'm going to call you in the morning. I'm going to give you a lawyer's number. I've already spoken with him. Your son, in fact, let me tell you something. I think that your son needs to go away for a little while.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
he does need to be
I
conscious.
think, and I gotta get, because I'm overlapping into somebody else's time. I think that your son needs a change of environment.
I agree.
Okay, I'm willing to stand with you and for you, but I believe that your son needs to get some help, and he ain't gonna get the help he need in your household and around you. Look, I'm gonna call you either later tonight, charge your phone up, or I'm gonna speak with you first thing in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's the mother of the 12-year-old. Man, this is a sad thing. But I do have to say, I think that this boy is going to be better off in a facility where he can get some mental help, something that is stable. Look, I'm out of time. I'm out of time. Join me at 6 a.m. in the morning for the Bets and Blues on AM 1600 WMQM. Don't forget about the Blues Show ticket discounts, general admission from $35 to $25 from 60 to 50, only for the little 4 tomorrow from 10 until 5, and Saturday from 10 until 3, only at the church, 3835 Raleigh Milton Road. Or you can order them online in the morning, nakedtruth.lem.com. All right, I'm out of here. Top of the evening to you.